computer in? Can you set it up here? You did not
It's in
bring your
the, it's,
computer?
no, it's, Gilberto's gonna bring one now.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Now, what do you have there?
Okay.
You are comparing. Tape
Tape
recorder?
recorders, but
Okay.
in both sense. In the sense that students can be recorded,
Okay.
and in the sense that students will carry out a listening activity.
Okay.
In the same.
So it's the recorder is a, listening activity.
Yes, carry out listening activity. I selected, first of all, I would like to explain why I selected this method of dictionary. I'm saying that because it's more available for us here in Cuba as professor, although, as I told Mario, you will see the place where I work, there are a lot of computers and so on.
Sure.
That's so. The reasons why they are not taking on them a sort of exploitation and they're going to be analyzed.
All right.
All right. They take recording in the sense of when students are recorded. What do I mean by that? That is a possibility, as I pointed out, it's a way to develop oral comprehension on the part of the students. Students can be in contact with native speakers. Sorry.
Native speakers
Yes,
are over
yes,
here.
I turn on the page. Okay, we can begin by this side. And the positive sense. Listen activity, positive and negative.
Negative.
Positive. Students can be in contact with native speakers, so that's all right. A way to develop oral comprehension, to check if they understand or not. Also to compare the two famous part in American British according to the material, according to the input, I can use it. And a way to practice individual and according to his own or her own step. I would say, yeah, it can be go back again using old.
So you can personalize. We often say you can personalize
That's
the
term.
lesson.
Okay, good. Now, in the negative sense, I would say students can feel, can become upset.
Oh, because it's not
The
technology.
language is not, and having the idea of
upset.
pressure that they are upset. That's it.
Because they are being recorded.
No, I mean, in this listening activity, then we start out if we don't have enough time
Oh,
to carry out.
that's
no?
true. Maybe they are upset.
That's a separate thing. Right?
Right.
I have talked to you about listening activity.
Right.
Now, concerning when the student has the possibility of being recorded, is a means of checking students' exhibitions and presentations from the point of view of the professor. At the same time, students can carry out self-evaluation.
Oh, that's true.
And we can develop in the class, if we're working in group, we can develop, I would say, spirit of criticism.
Good. Positive criticism.
Positive, that's okay. And then including a debate, a sort of comparison, analysis.
Good. Analysis. I like that.
And yes, I would say to ourselves also. And from the negative point of view, this strategy, maybe the quantity of the quality of the recording process is not the same because we don't have, according to the noisy room, I would say the conditions are not enough like the students, something like that.
True.
This is an example of that.
Sure, we're having difficulty.
Here we have interference, that's okay.
Right.
And also the psychology aspect that our students can become upset when they notice they are being recorded.
Okay.
Now, for both activities,
Okay.
as a part of the conclusion, both activities, students should know, those are my analysis or recommendations. Students should know the final goal of the activity in both cases. That is, professors should prepare students according to the activity any of the tools they are going to do. I consider that's a requirement. At the same time, students should be explained clearly the different steps or stages to be followed. Time enough should be assigned for those activities, and if it is possible, professors can ask students to monitor to control themselves.
Ah, okay.
Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, that's my activity. Do I have to write a name for you, or what do you have to do?
Well, I'm going to explain to everyone. Please stand up here.
Me?
Stand here. Please stay here. Can we start recording?
You have been recording.
No, this is perfect, then that's fine. What I've been doing is, as people came in, I was recording their portfolios. If you were watching a little bit, I asked her, she right now is shy. She's not going to stand in front of the camera. But I've given her some of the reinforcement so that we have headlines to talk to. This is like a PowerPoint, but very compressed, if you just look at this, right? So, the idea is to help the student or the participant capture their idea on video. Maybe it's the first time they've done that. So I'm showing you how I'm doing it. The rest of you, we will do this at another time. You will find your own way to record if you do not come back here, if I don't see you. But this video becomes part of the portfolio. Okay. And so we're now going to see the shy person way. You don't need your notes because you have this. Okay, so put this down. You know, you're a nice assistant. And with a very big voice, you're going to hold the camera.
Do I have to hold it?
You don't have to. Do you want to hold the camera while she speaks?
Yes.
Because sometimes it's difficult to hold the camera and talk. Because she will be talking to here, I will only point.
So I have to record.
Yep, you're recording me though. Okay, so then we just hit this. No, right here. Because, and you have to be close to talk to her, but do not, no, you're close to here. And you're talking. Right there, you're talking. And we're saying, what are we comparing?
Okay. In this case, I'm comparing, or I took as an example, the means of tape recorder from two different points of view or strategies. That is, when students are recorded or when we are carrying out listening activity in class. From the positive point of view, when students are recording, we have, I consider it's positive because students can develop oral analysis, comprehension, criticism, and that's part of our working class. Another aspect to be taken into account is the students can be monitored, controlled by themselves, and also students, the rest of the students who are not participating can also influence on students who are doing it. In the listening activity, that is another strategy that in the tape recorder or by means of the tape recorder, we can present, for example, different English patterns. That is, students are in contact with native speakers from British or American point of view.
Good.
Online, that's a positive, consider possibility. They can compare cultures at the same time, and they practice the idea of comprehension because they are understanding, or they should be able to understand vocabulary, grammar, of all the aspects of the English language. At the same time, self-evaluation can be applied not only for students when they are recorded, but also during the listening activity.
Oh, that's true. So
Is
this
that
also
okay?
works here. Yeah, works in both. You said something about checking the activity.
Well, when students are being recorded, we have the possibility of taking exhibition presentations of the material which have been assigned before. Comparing the two strategies at the same time, conclusion, I can say that professor should explain the final goals of the activities in each case.
One.
Yeah, that's one. Second, in the second place, that students should be guided by different stages, and time now should be assigned for them to work. As a last conclusion, I would say that students can control themselves by means of active participation.
Okay, and this was a shy person who was giving her voice, and what I did was I just helped her. She took twice as long as this to make her notes, but without her notes, she spoke to the board, and that's the technique. You don't want students holding the notes. Oh, well, don't hit record. Miriam, that's your name, right?
Yes?
This was the performance for Miriam. Okay. Now, we've got two people who finished their comparisons. Excellent jobs, both. The standard is they put their heart into this comparison. She was comparing tape recorders.
She's got it.
Yes.
She's got it ready there.
Oh, I'm sure you're all ready. Today is going to be a hands-on section. When I see people sitting there, I'm thinking, this is not hands-on.
It's too general.
No, okay, that's all right. All right. But what I'm going to talk about today is a very short piece about, well, we have to conclude a very broad topic. But what's nice is this discussion, this course, will continue by email, by things I put up on the internet and then feed to you guys. You're going to come back to me with your presentations. You're going to start looking at the materials that were on the USB. 4 gigabytes. This is not an easy certificate. But I gave you a pathway to achieve the certificate. I am here to set a high standard, but I'm also here to show you the way I can help you get up. And so I want everyone to walk this if they want to. My goals for now are to stop you sitting there, and I want you to stand up now. We're going to start doing some hands-on. Okay, so you can stop that, but then you're going to